Hello, my name is Natasha Diaz, and today I'm going to talk about a topic, organ donations, why y'all should become donors and everything. So according to the organ donor website, which I accessed on November 30th, 2019, 20 people die each day waiting for an organ transplant. Also, according to the same website that I accessed, 95% of the U.S. supports organ donation, but only 58% of citizens actually do sign up and become donors. If more people were to actually sign up and commit to donating, we could save thousands of lives. When it comes to donating your organs, there's many gifts that you can grant to others, like life, and those in need, whether you are alive or not. I'm going to talk about two main topics. We're going to talk about how not donating affects the recipients, and then we're going to talk about how you signing up to be a donor can change everything. So let's start off by talking about the effects it has on the recipients. So according to the organ donor website, which I accessed on November 30th, 2019, at least 1,300 men, women, and children are on the waiting list for organs right as of July 2019, and the numbers have only increased since then. Due to people not donating, more deaths are appearing, and the waiting list just keeps getting longer. Some people have actually been on that waiting list for 3 or more years. The recipients on the list start to live in a life of fear. These are the effects that they face. They start to live in fear, like I said. They start to live wondering where their life, what's going to happen, when their time to pass is going to come, if they're ever going to get an organ donated to them. They also start to get depressed because they're waiting so long and all the not knowing when they're going to pass, if they're going to make it, not knowing when their time, how much time they have left with their family members or loved ones. They don't know any of that. So they become depressed because of that, and they also have to live a life with a bunch of medications to actually survive, and they have to adapt to new lifestyles to keep their lives living if they want to wait for those organs. So now that you have learned a little bit of the effects that it has on the recipients, I'm going to talk about why you yourself should become a donor and commit to donating actually. So according to the same website, Organ Donor, which I accessed the same day, one donor can actually save 8 lives, meaning one person can donate up to 8 life-saving organs, which actually include your heart, 2 lungs, a liver, your pancreas, 2 kidneys, and your intestines. But only 3 out of 1,000 people actually die in ways that an organ can actually be donated, and most of those cases are seen as car crashes. And only 58% of U.S. citizens are actual donors today. People who donate actually take their healthy organs with them to the grave, which allows the organs to rot with them, and it also gives less chances for those organs to be donated to the people who need it. So that one person taking those organs to the grave means 8 lives just possibly went by because of that. So after all this, I want to paint a picture for y'all to help y'all visualize this. So I'm going to help you visualize the situation of a donation, and I want you to consider everything that I told you, the effects that it has on the recipients themselves, mentally, physically, emotionally, and I want you to remember the benefits I said of donating. So here's what I want you to picture 2 scenarios. The first one, we have a dead body, which is a known donor that we know, and all of their organs are working perfectly, and all those 113,000 people waiting on the list, 8 of them were saved because they were a donor and we were able to donate those. A second scenario, one dead body, all organs are working perfectly. It's the same situation, except that person did not sign up to become an organ donor. So now the organs had went to the grave and to waste with them, and we were not able to save those 8 lives. So after all this information and the visualization, I hope it changed your mind on the donation-like issues today, and I hope it encourages you yourself to sign up and become a donor and take action. With the increasing rate of the waiting list and decrease of donors, donating can save plenty of lives. We can prevent 20 deaths every day if more people became donors. Become a donator and save some lives. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Yes. So why should I donate my kidney?
Why should you donate your kidney?
Mm-hmm.
Because it can save a life.
Well, how another person is somebody that deserves it, not a criminal.
Well, there are options that you can do, like a program that you can pay for, that they will freeze your kidneys when you die, or if you choose to donate while you're alive, they can freeze that kidney and save it for someone in your family or someone who you actually prefer to donate it to. Any more questions?
What about ages? Let's say you have a child and is 10 years old and that child needs a kidney. Will that give priority over somebody older?
The way the lists work, there is no, well, priority only occurs if it's like an emergency. Say that child was on the list and it was like an emergency and they found the match right there and then yes, they would get it over anyone else in the list if it's a perfect match. But if he's been on that list for a while and if he isn't a match, then there is no priority until this match has been found. Are there any more questions?